So what if Samsung decided to bring Exynos chips back to the Galaxy S24, but in a different way? As yes, new rumors point to the Exynos making a comeback, but don't worry, not all is lost outside the United States. Rumors have Apple bringing some interesting changes to its iPad lineup, even if the timing is weird. And believe it or not, the Google Pixel 8a rumors have already begun to get interesting. I'm Jaime Rivera, and the biggest problem with Monday jokes is they're slowly becoming dad jokes, so how about some help in the comments? This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today is inexistent, so let's start the video with Apple because we have new details about possible upcoming versions of the iPad Air. Notice, Cupertino is reportedly working on 2 new versions of the iPad Air 6 as per a report from 9to5Mac. The report mentions that Apple is developing 4 separate models with 2 of each category of cellular and Wi-Fi. However, the exact differences between these models remains unclear. Earlier rumors had suggested that Apple is also planning to release a 7th generation iPad mini and an 11th generation low-cost iPad, both expected to have minor changes. Now, sources cited by 9to5Mac suggest that the iPad mini 7 might be on the horizon, but all these new iPad models are expected to be announced sometime between now and June 2024, which leaves a very wide release window. Mexico previously indicated that new iPads might not debut until 2024, and Bloomberg's Mark Gurman mentioned that the possibility of new iPad Airs arriving soonish could happen. Therefore, I know, I'm confused too, as this new release timeline sounds pretty uncertain. The current iPad Air model has not seen an upgrade since March 2022, featuring the M1 chip. Apple might be waiting for the introduction of the M3 processor before releasing an updated iPad Air, but that wouldn't make sense because it would make it better than the iPad Pro. And then, on the other hand, the iPad mini has not received an update since September 2021, as Apple typically doesn't refresh this model frequently. I wonder if that second possible iPad Air might be an iPad Plus variant, Air Plus, or whatever it would be, because that would be great. But then again, that's just my speculation, because right now, if you want to get a larger iPad, you have to go Pro. Moving on, let's talk about Oppo because we have new images that give us a better look at the Find N3 Flip. An insightful hands-on video featuring the Oppo Find N3 Flip offers an intriguing preview of what to expect in terms of the foldable's display quality and hardware features. Also, this video gives us obviously the idea of what the OnePlus Open display will look like, since it's confirmed that it's pretty much the same phone, just for different regions. In the video, Oppo's upcoming model is compared to the Galaxy Z Fold 5. When close, we can notice that it shares a similar thickness with Samsung's foldable device. Now, on the other hand, when you open the phone, although the crease is detectable on the Oppo model, it appears relatively undetectable compared to the more pronounced crease on what Samsung is currently offering. It's also worth mentioning that the crease on the Find N3 is barely perceptible when the screen is active, which is a good win for them. This meticulous attention to reducing the crease aligns with OnePlus CEO Pete Lau's earlier remarks, where he cited that the crease is a significant challenge for foldable adoption. Anyways, the OnePlus Open is expected to be announced on October 19th, and we're just, 10 days away from finding out if the device will also have the same display or not? It should be, it's the same phone. I mean, they pretty much even confirmed that. Now let's talk about Google and the first renders of the Pixel 8a. OnLeaks shared the first detailed renders of the upcoming device based on CAD files. Notably, this device showcases a rounder design, sticking to the design language of the recently launched Pixel 8 series and moving away from the boxy design of its predecessor. Additionally, it's reported that its dimensions have undergone some subtle changes. The Pixel 8a is expected to be slightly taller, narrower, and thinner in comparison to the Pixel 7a, which Google listed at 152 by 72.9 by 9 millimeters. Despite these alterations, the display size remains consistent at 6.1 inches, though the more pronounced rounded corners might give it the perception of being somewhat smaller. Now, regarding the release date, given the Pixel 7a was launched in May 2023, it's reasonable to anticipate that the 8a is going to make a debut in Google I/O 2024. However, it's also important to remember that that these release cycles for the A series have always been inconsistent in the past, meaning, it could happen later, earlier, we have no idea at this point, but I do believe it has everything to do with how successful the 8 and the 8 Pro will be. We're still far, so stay tuned as we'll keep you posted. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Samsung, since we have a lot of new information about the upcoming Galaxy S24 series. According to the Elect, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is set to feature the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset worldwide, regardless of where you buy it, which is great. But wait, hold it right there. Meanwhile, the Galaxy S24 and S24 Plus will offer a choice for Exynos 2400 or Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, with South Korea and Europe receiving Exynos models and North America opting for Snapdragon. A strategy that I know will make European lads mad unless you go Ultra. Though, yeah, I guess the wording of saying the choice is sadly not the case for a lot of people. We also have new details about that Exynos 2400, suggesting it employs Samsung's cutting-edge 4nm LPP Plus process, promising substantial CPU and AI performance improvements compared to the Exynos 2200. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, on the other hand, might utilize TSMC's latest node, potentially offering both 3nm and 4nm variants, but we're still waiting on confirmation on that. Now, moving to other areas of the upcoming phones, it is reported that all devices will feature a titanium frame, leaving aluminum behind or as part of the frame like Apple does. Even some recently leaked CAD-based renders hint to the possibility of this happening with sleek, flat frames, but we'll see. However, this information contradicts other trusted sources like Ice Universe, which previously claimed that only the S24 Ultra was getting the titanium treatment. And listen, I'm actually thinking of siding with Ice on this one. So yeah, stay tuned for all the latest information, because things like these are constantly changing, and I'm sure we'll hear more during the upcoming weeks. And by the way, in today's question, let us know, what do you think about this Snapdragon or Exynos strategy for the S24 series? Because listen, in my case, if going Ultra is the way to get Snapdragon, at least you get the option to pick if that really matters to you. Though yeah, I'm sad that it's not the case for all the Galaxies, but that's just me. Leave us a comment down below, we'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media, so our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me cry for help. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.